charges of solicitation for murder are filed against purported LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr., better known as Big U. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the 59-year-old was charged yesterday with asking two fellow jail inmates to murder a witness in a pending racketeering case against him. Federal prosecutors say he's also allegedly linked to the 2021 killing of an aspiring rapper in Las Vegas. Henley's attorney has not commented on the new charges.
So word on the street is Big U is planning on representing himself in his federal RICO trial after all his lawyers then dropped this case. Boy, let me tell you right now, his ass is cooked, I guarantee you. If he decides to represent himself in a federal RICO trial with no help, nigga, he about to receive a life sentence, I guarantee it. Dog, Big U's ass about to be looking like bro right here from Florida when he represented himself in his state trial in Florida when he was yelling at the prosecution, the jury, and the judge in trial. And guess what? His ass still received a long-ass sentence and was found guilty. And let me tell you right now, that's the same thing they gonna give Big U's ass, the Fed, if his ass decides to take them to trial and represent himself with no knowledge about the law, bruh. So Big U, I'm telling you right now, if you ever run into this video, because I know they probably got cell phones in the county jail in Los Angeles. If you run into this video, I'm telling you right now, bruh, cop out to the charges, bruh, before they hit you with some superseding indictments and really stroke your ass. I guarantee it right now, they probably offering you like 240 months. You better take it, bruh, before it gets real bad for you, bruh, because you did state time before. You ain't never dealt with the feds before. And one thing about the feds, they don't play fair. They will stroke your ass, especially if you try to play in their face and represent yourself like you qualified to be a lawyer, bruh. They're going to make an example out of you, bro. So I'm telling you right now, just go ahead and take the 240 or 300 month sentence that they're offering you, because I guarantee they probably already threw a deal at you that you don't want because it's a long ass time. But I'm telling you right now, if your lawyers are dropping out of your case right now, it's because the feds got a lock sealed case against you. So it's best for you to cop out, bruh. Do not take these people to trial because they're going to give your ass a life sentence. Guarantee it.
And they hit Big U with some more charges, bro. Apparently, he had a number of charges on his name. And they're pretty much saying that he was, intimidated. He was trying to get, people to, put a hit on people outside of, put a hit on witnesses, and, ultimately, check out the Real One-on-One playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And, he probably done. He was trying to get witnesses, out the way. So they say LA gang leader, Big U, hit with new charges and superseding indictment, accused of trying to pay inmates to harm or unalive witnesses to prevent them from testifying. Other charges added: the 2014 Henley and that's his name. Henley and his associates assaulted and chased a Grammy-winning record artist through LA, Los Angeles International Airport to collect the debt and failing to show respect. So failing to check in, and he owed a debt. And my thing is this: why would you chase somebody through an airport? That's one of the big no-nos. That's one of the safest places in most metropolitan cities. He also allegedly embezzled embezzled in 2019 an additional charitable donation intended for developing options, his federally funded anti-gang nonprofit. So he stole money from his nonprofit. He used it to, stole money. So they hitting him with all these different charges, bro. Also in March 2019, he's accused of preparing to provide a false information to the court and county prosecutor to fabricate an individual's employment with developing options. Just petty shit. In June and July of 2020, he sought and was denied additional COVID-19 pandemic relief loans on the behalf of development options. So they hit them with little white collar crimes in there as well too. So this, they also say that LA Times, the South Los Angeles hip hop entrepreneur and community organizer who is awaiting trial on the charges he ran a criminal organization was hit Wednesday by new act. What I read. So prosecutors claimed that just last month, Healy Big U offered to pay 2 inmates an unspecified, you know, at an unspecified facility, to kill or harm an individual only identified as victim 1 to prevent this person from testifying. I mean, shit, it is what it is. I mean, I didn't really care. I mean, I didn't really have an issue with him. You know, I watched the documentary they did on FX of him, Trick, Waka Flocka Mama was on there. And I'm just so privileged to watch that FXX documentary. And he was in trouble this whole time. You know, he said, you know, he was able to go to the penitentiary, you know, and that's where he made his name, was stealing cars or some shit like that. And he beat everybody up. And that's how he got the name Big U and stuff. But I really never understand the whole gang culture or the whole check-in culture to people in your own community, you know. But that's, at the end of the day, it's no different than my stance on Diddy. You know, people can talk about Diddy, but he inflicted his will. Brad Clyde Davis inflicted his will on Diddy, but then Diddy inflicted his will on his own people. He didn't do this shit to Brad because they know white privilege is real. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do this shit to a Brad. These people got power, and they didn't help their people. They made other black people check in. You know, if you didn't check in, they tried to extort. They basically, if it was a way to extort you, they wanted to extort you. So I really don't have no sympathy for brothers who extorted other brothers, exploited other black women, who took advantage of them. When I come to your city, it should be hospitality. It should be love. Now, if you ask me, could you, come talk to the kids, or the kids need backpacks? The Nation of Islam used to do that back in the day. Or you need to kick in, to help my community. I appreciate it. Come speak to the kids. That should be nothing. Through your nonprofit, it's a write-off for me. I don't mind coming out there, helping the kids, buying backpacks, giving bikes and stuff. Yes, there should be an obligation for people who make their money off people in the community. You should be able to give back, and that's what Facebook is about. That's why they were squeezing Mark Zuckerberg so much. He made so much money, so the whole thing was to get him to pay money back to the people. And that's why they start paying people out for being individual content creators on Meta. You know, you can't make your money and people buy your jerseys, buy your music, stream your music, pay for your movies, and you don't feel like you have an obligation to these people. You do have an obligation. You don't have to be a leader. You don't have to be the Black Panther Party. You don't have to be Martin Luther King. But to say hi, donate a couple backpacks, you can make a kid's day like that. But to go so hard to extort you for my personal means or my personal benefit so I can buy a chain, so I can live in the big man, I don't rock with that. Now, if you were squeezing other, the Hectors and the Brads, hey man, I still think it's wrong, but I'm cool with it. I get it. If we couldn't get our reparations, we got to take them then. But in general, when you squeeze your own people like that, that's what I got a problem with. That's what I got a problem with. But that's just my opinion on it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole 9. Peace.